Welcome to another great song off of Ian Hunter's classic album, You're Never Alone with the Schizophrenic, which I could so relate to. Alright, so the way this song is, Mick Ronson, just, again, so tasty. We'll go over the lick, the chords, and it's not really a hard song. I was surprised as I got into it, but it does modulate up a couple times to some different keys. And he does some interesting things with some licks and some sixths. So we'll go through those, and I hope you guys enjoy. So if you go to watch Ian Hunter play this, you'll notice actually he's tuned down a half step. And that enables him to play the chords, the open cowboy type chords. C to G to F. So you get the idea. So to start this song out, we're going to hit the 5th string at the 6th fret, slide back to 4. Then we'll hit the 2nd fret, and then back to the 4th with a slide to 6 and back to 4. So it should sound like this. Then we're going to hit 2. Then there's a slight pause, okay? So you're just kind of holding that 2 to the 4th fret of the 6th string, to the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th of the 4th. So all together we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll repeat that a total of 5 times. Each time you start, you want to start from 6. Okay, so you got that. So you'll do that 5 times. 6 times a little different, and they'll hold it for 2 measures. That's why it changes a little bit. We're going to go from our 6 to 4 slid, and then hit 2 and 4 to 6, 4, just like we've done, but this time we'll come to just an E chord. And basically a power chord. We'll hit the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. So it'll sound like this, the very last one. Alright, so that is the intro and the lick. We'll go over some of the variations as we get through the song. So for the verse and chorus, it's the same chord structure. We're playing a B to F sharp and to E. And pretty much we'll be doing power chords here. So we've talked about the chords, but I want you to listen to the song and listen for the dynamics, because sometimes he's strumming more 16ths and then just hitting that F sharp with 4 strikes. But the idea is make it your own, listen to the dynamics if you're trying to learn the song from the record, and that'll help you. But there's not, they're the same chords throughout the verse and chorus, okay? So after the first chorus, they'll go into this, it's very similar to the intro lick, but I want to show you the difference and you'll be able to see it. Alright, so we've done the first half of the lick that we know twice. The third time through, he does the first portion of the lick, we're going to slide from the 6th fret on the 5th string to 4 and go 2 back to 4. Now what he's doing in the second half of that, he's hitting the D sharp note. Okay, so if you prefer, you can play it on the 5th string. I just, for ease of use the D sharp here on the 1st fret of the 4th string. Alright, so that we've repeated the first part twice, and then we'll do this. Okay, like I said, if you want to use this D sharp, you can do this. So it's your choice, whatever's more comfortable for you. I'll upload my notes and they'll be available below the video as a link, so you can click on them and save them and avoid all my talking. So in the second verse and chorus, they'll be playing the B, F sharp to E, and then what they'll do is modulate up, meaning they'll move the key up a full step. So we're going to be going to C sharp, G sharp, and then F sharp. All right. So let's take it from the chorus. We'll play one time through in the regular key, and then we'll modulate up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see how they changed the chords there. We've gone to C sharp, to G sharp, to F sharp. All right. Okay, so when they modulate up, there's a second guitar that comes in and does this. So what that guitar is doing is we're going to be at the 8th fret, all right, and playing like a D chord with the 9th fret on our 2nd string. So it's a down, up, down. Then we're going to move it back a full step to 6 and 7. Then we're just going to go to 6 on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Like we're playing a C sharp. Alright, and then we're going to go to like we're playing our sharp to F sharp. Alright, we're just going to play the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Alright, and then you come back and start again. So you got that little lick. So for the bridge, what we'd be doing is this. So what we're doing for the bridge is we're playing a G at the 5th fret, and I've noted that in my notes, to a D6. Rather than playing the full chord, we're just going to play on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Okay? And then we'll move to an F5, then to a C6, which is like taking C note here, following through, and then to a D. Then they come back, the second half of this bridge goes from G to G, flat, sharp, to F, and E. Now what I do is I play my D chord, just the bottom half of it, so I'm playing from the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Because what'll happen is he's going to pick 7, 7, 7, 7, and that's from the 4th through the 2nd string. And then he's going to add on the 9 and 8 on that 2nd and 4th string. And then go up to 10 and 10. Alright, so we have this. Then what we do is, for that second half of the D chord, we're going to slide into 11 and hit 10 on the 1st string. So we'll be playing from the 3rd and 1st string. Then we're going to move up to 12 with both the 3rd and 2nd, or 3rd and 1st string, sorry. And then 14. Alright, and then we're into the 3rd verse and chorus. So they've come out of the little bridge, and you'll hear the main guitar doing. He'll do that twice. That do on the 3rd time is just come back 6, slide back to 4 to 2. Then we'll take our 4, slide back to 6 and 4. Then we'll hit 2, and a slight pause. We'll hit 2 again twice, to 4, 6, 4. And then 2, 4, 2. So altogether, that lick after the bridge should sound like this. So altogether, the lick after the bridge should sound like this. And then you're into the 3rd verse, which continues with the B to F sharp and E. Alright, then we're into the very last chorus, so let's talk about that. They'll go into the first half of the chorus with the B, F sharp, and E back to F sharp, but then they'll move it up and modulate it to E, B, and A. So your chords for this part, which again kind of follow what we did in the chorus of the other version, we're going to be doing a D form at the 11th fret. Move that down a full step to an E. So we'll have this. So that is technically the whole song. If you have the 30th anniversary of this song, which is really cool, they add a little bits and parts that weren't part of the original, but the way he ends the song there is A for 4 counts, and then A, B, E. listen to that ring out, you'll hear Mick Ronson go from so just a little history note. You know, if you don't have that 30th anniversary edition of the song, you got the rest of it, and I hope that helps everybody. Enjoy.